Hello everyone and welcome to the channel of Wall Street Mojo.
Watch the video till the end, and also if you are new to this channel, then you can subscribe us by clicking the bell icon.
Friends, today we are going to learn a tutorial on investment banking versus corporate banking. Ever a career making path? Both of them are a really career breaking path. I mean, they are really good. Let's get into the nitty-gritty what exactly is involved in this. The very first question, where should I go? And this question comes in your mind. Like, what should I do now? So, it is very important to have a thorough knowledge of the professions that you want to pursue. Knowing both the pros and cons can help you in better comparison of the profession. One should choose the profession carefully as a lot of depends on it in the life, actually. So, investment banking helps in creating capital rather than handling it, while corporate banking involves a range of banking services that includes like loans, especially to the companies basically. So, a career in investment banking would involve being in the limelight and earning more as compared to the career in corporate banking. So, what is investment banking? Let's learn that. Investment banking involves providing a range of banking services like underwriting, raising of capital of the company, issuing securities, and facilitating mergers. Let me show you some. IB basically involves what? The M&A portion. You can say it includes IPO, it includes FPO, raising of funds with the help of rights issue. Uh, then you have QIP, qualified institutional placements, underwriting. We have issue security, facilitating mergers, raising capital. All this are basically raising capital for the company. Same over here. This applies to that. So, the investment banking basically involves two main sides. The first is called IB has two sides. The first is called the buy side and the other one is called the sell side. So let's get into this. What exactly we are talking about over here. The selling side basically includes trading of securities or monetary gains or portfolio gains. So basically what we are talking about is we are talking about trading of securities over here. Okay, so that is on the sell side or monetary gains or portfolio gain, and it involves promoting of securities or research and underwriting, while buying side involves giving a sound advice to the client. So over here what exactly works? Consulting. Okay, to basically the investment services. So investment banking firms are of basically three types. I'll say IB firms are of three types. One is called the bulge bracket. One is called the bulge bracket. Then we have middle market banks, and then we have boutique banks. So in this three bifurcation, the investment banking firms are divided. If you want to know which are the bulge brackets, and you may say JP Morgan, then we have Credit Suisse, we have Morgan Stanley, then we have Goldman Sachs, so on and so forth. So these are all the bulge brackets. Mid market level, you can say Lazard. Then we have like all those involved in this straight streets and so on and so forth. In boutique banks like MV Capital, then we have Avendus Capital, we have like SK Global Capital, and so on and so forth. So this kind of firms are basically the boutique banks. So what is corporate banking? Let's learn that. See, corporate banking is also known as corporate financing. Corporate banking caters to large scale of companies and businesses. They focus on variety of banking business like issuing loans, setting up portfolios, helping MNCs by giving them an option for lowering their taxes. So we can say that a corporate banker closely studies the portfolio of his clients and ensures that the financial risks are minimized. There are numerous opportunities at the commercial banks. Don't worry about that. there are a lot of opportunities, and there are many positions for which you can work. For example, like you can work for credit analyst, you can work for loan officer, you can work as a branch manager, trust officer, a mortgage banker. Let's study what are the prerequisites that are required for this careers. See, if you are an undergrad, then you should pursue MBA from a business school and enter the sector of investment banking as an associate. Now, the skills that you would want to inculcate in yourselves would include in-depth understanding of corporate finance, basically quick calculation skills and organizational analysis. Excellent communication skills are must for a candidate looking forward to a career in investment banking. So, a qualification in a subject such as like law, business studies, management, accountancy, finance, mathematics, or economics can be absolutely advantageous. And as can an MBA or similar professional qualifications for having opportunities in corporate banking. Additional skills required for a career in corporate banking includes like numeracy skills, ability to solve problems, negotiation skills, and ability to work under pressure. Let's see some of the employee outlook for both investment banking and corporate banking. So there are many positions to acquire in the field of investment banking sector, which includes analyst. That's the first level. So the analyst is the basic profile in the investment banking. Main roles of an analyst involves creating financial models, performs company's analysis, due diligence process, create pitch book and punch in data. You have to have at least 1 year experience as an analyst before you apply for the post of associate. Main job roles of an investment banking associate are almost similar to that of an analyst, except for the additional responsibility for acting as an intermediate between junior and senior bankers. You are required to be an associate for 3 to 4 years before being promoted to the post of vice president. Then the third thing comes as vice president. Vice president is just one level below the position of managing director. Vice president monitors his associates and performs many crucial tasks in the investment banking sector. Vice president has to hold up his positions for a minimum of 2 to 3 years before landing up as a managing director. The next comes managing director. Managing directors are usually highly experienced candidates that represent the firm in the foreign countries, and in important meetings he has the power to take all the strategic decisions of the company. Unlike investment banking, there are no levels in corporate banking, but one can work out in the fashion. I'll tell you how it works. The first is loan officer. So a loan officer, he is basically the person who decides whether a client is eligible for a loan or not. He monitors the customer's financial condition and gives him the best suitable loan for him. Next is the branch manager. The major job roles of a branch manager include supervising employees, taking care of the smooth selling of and delivery of the financial service, and maintaining business relationship. The next is trust officer. The main focus of a trust officer are the areas like trust services, estate planning, taxes, investments, and so on and so forth. Let's understand the compensation side on investment banking and corporate banking. A recent research shows that investment bankers earn more money than corporate bankers. An analyst in an investment banking can earn as much as $70,000 as a base salary. As an associate, your basic compensation would be close enough to be in between $1 lakh you're talking about, and a vice president would earn basically around $2,50,000. So entry level jobs in corporate banking sector will pay you close enough to $30,000 to $40,000 per year. Having 3 years of experience, you can earn in an increased compensation from $54,000 to $86,000. So let's understand some of the pros and cons in investment banking and corporate banking. So the pros and cons having a career in investment banking sectors. First, we'll talk about pros. You get handsome pay. You get into the limelight of people. You have a steeping learning curve. Learning curve is steep. But what are some cons? Dude, your life is gone. You have long working hours, cutthroat competitions, I mean, you work for close enough to 80, 90 hours in a week, and that's like insane for a human being. So that's how you need to work. There's no work-life balance you have. There's no social life. No doubt you will be networking with people, but what about with the families, the time with the family and all? So those are some of the cons. In corporate banking, salary, pros and cons, let's look at that. The pros in corporate banking are you have very flexible working time. It's not, or hours basically. It's not the way investment bankers work. Investment bankers work insanely, but that is not the case with corporate bankers. They have limited number of, let's say they're working 50 hours a week. They have very easy exit options with available with them. They have very defined career path. And the cons are the compensation is very hard earned, and there's no appreciation. And you can say the growth in corporate banking is not at that speed which you are expecting or which you have expectations with yourself. But that is possible with investment banking. And why it shouldn't be? You're working 18, 20 hours. You're working 18 hours a day, or you're working for 90 hours a week. You are eligible enough to get such level of high recognitions, such level of high the positions that you are eligible to get. So, let's make the final conclusion to our whole discussion. There is an intense competition in investment banking jobs, but a decent salary can compensate this, while in corporate banking jobs, one can enjoy flexible working hours and there is not much competition, but compensation has to be earned and does not come with a degree. It is not easy to choose between both the professions, and those are who want to enjoy their weekends over handsome pay can basically opt for career in corporate banking sector, and those who value money and can spend their day and night to get rich must opt for career in investment banking sector. Also, there is a chance of being in the limelight and being appreciated in investment banking jobs, while corporate banking jobs are dull and you will not get much recognitions. The choice is entirely yours to make.
So that's it for this particular topic. If you have learned and enjoyed watching this video, please like and comment on this video and subscribe to our channel for the latest updates. Thank you, everyone. Cheers.